Hey everyone, Steven here with Team Euphoric, and today I'm going to be taking Michael through a strengthening exercise for the gluteus medius muscle, and more specifically, we are going to be targeting the deep fibers of the postero-posterior portion of the gluteus medius muscle. In terms of the setup position, you're going to be in a sideline position, and you can take your bottom arm and use it as a pillow to rest your head on so you're nice and comfortable. From here, we're going to set up the lower extremity first. Michael's going to flex his hip and knee, and he's going to grab a hold of his knee or tibia with the top arm, and we're going to do that to maintain the retroversion of the pelvis. Next, we're going to set up the spine. Michael wants to maintain a nice flat lumbar spine, flat thoracic spine. He's going to keep his chin tucked in. With the crown of his head, he's pushing away from his body, and with his eyes, he's looking down between his thighs to put the dura mater under tension. Now that that's all set up, we need to set up the working extremity for the top leg. Because we are targeting the postero-posterior fibers, we want to flex the hip to 90 degrees. And then in terms of the actual execution of the exercise, in terms of the setup position, we want to maintain some slight flexion of the knee. The reason we're flexing the knee is to release the tension on the tensor fasciae lati muscle to get maximum recruitment of the gluteus medius muscle. And because we're targeting the deep fibers, Michael's going to keep his ankle nice and relaxed. Now that we're all set up, all that's left is the execution. And for the execution, we're going to go into abduction of the femur by driving the heel up toward the sky. We want to go as high as we can without losing that vertical pelvis. It's very important. You don't want to go into medial or lateral rotation or drive the pelvis forward or backward. You want to make sure that it remains vertical. And you want to do pure abduction of the femur, meaning you don't want to go into medial or lateral rotation of the femur. You want to just go straight up and down with a neutral position. But that is the strengthening exercise for the gluteus medius muscle. And in terms of the actual sets and repetitions, you want to build up to 3 sets of 50 repetitions. That's 5-0, not 1-5. If you don't want to count to 50, you can take a stopwatch, set it for 1 minute, and if you do 1 repetition per second, that's going to take you to that 50 to 60 repetition rep range. But that was the strengthening exercise for the gluteus medius muscle, and more specifically, the deep fibers of the postero-posterior portion of the gluteus medius muscle.